take your eyes off. Give me something to work with.
Yes.
Caution. Beware of augmentation.
Finally, Y Corp is looking to expand its property appropriation division, and you fit the profile. Barely. If you complete our test assignment, you'll be given a position with one of our corporate grab teams, as the indents call them. I detest the term, but it does describe the work we do. We seek out contested property and transfer ownership of it to Y Corp. Sometimes a competing team is after the same property, then we flatline them. It can be quite satisfying. There are more perks. As a Y Corp CGT operative, you'll have access to select gear, and you'll be covered by a premium Y Corp insurance policy. But first, you have to complete this assignment. We want the complete Ascent Group operations history. It is stored in one of their data vaults. You must locate the correct vault, re-imprint the Vault SI, and upload the desired data to our AGI. Complete this assignment, and you'll get a shot at earning your freedom further down the line. Your success will depend on your brawn trumping your inferior sapien's brain. We expect this will be a considerable challenge. Our comms records show you've already collaborated with that notorious ice fiend Noghead. We suggest enlisting his aid again. Questions? When a corporation defaults on Veles, there is no regulatory body governing its demise. All property belonging to that corporation can, from that moment, be appropriated or taken by any other corporation with the capabilities to do so. We won't burden you with the technicalities, but in short, the process involves imprinting the property governing SI so that it answers only to the new owner. Like the other multi-corps, Y Corp is looking to rapidly expand its holdings within this arcology. Acquiring the Ascent Group operations history will help us prioritize what property to target next. Like the other multi-corps, Y Corp is looking to rapidly expand it, acquiring the Ascent Group operations history. The Ascent Group also rented vault space to other corporations on Veles. Expect a slew of auto-defenses operating at maximum lethality, as well as rival CGTs looking to protect their corporate data. For the time being, Y Corp intends to keep a low profile, so you will have to gain access on your own. Yes, SI imprinting is an extremely delicate procedure. Your imp will be bonded to our AGI, which will perform the actual imprinting. We require you to jack in directly to the SI on site, and our AGI will do the rest. And before you ask, yes, Y Corp has its own AGI. It's a Gen 12, and yes, your access to it will be severely restricted. Yes, SI imprinting is an extremely delicate procedure. Your imp will be bonded to our AGI, which will perform the actual imprinting. We require you to jack in directly to the SI on site, and our AGI will do the rest. And before you ask, yes, Y Corp has its own AGI. It's a Gen 12, and yes, your access to it will be severely restricted. Y Corp has certain long-term objectives. If you are instrumental in achieving those objectives, we will offer to void your indentured contract and register you as an independent contractor. You'll be a free being, as much as anyone is free on Veles. Very well. We have taken the liberty of bonding your imp with our AGI through the local data nodes. You should expect a slight performance boost.
Like knothead. Hearing's clean code. Crisp and immediate. Like death. Destination marked.
Novák antiflótér Borvák. Mi van?
Innocent deaths are undesirable. We do not want to draw unnecessary attention.
About to cause static. prototype before.
Orvar. Det står vertief ett stora problem.
About to
Grej, tjasar, ett. here. Let me the let me and this. Skip email.
Hardware or software?
Hindi ko naman sendiri.
Andi float here. I think so.
If you got the pieces, I got the
oxygen scan is very tense, Flesh. Perhaps you can help them relax through an application of some unexpected ultraviolence?
كثير هنا.
This is the real deal.
Anti-flow fixed.
Tell your mum I say hello.
The true cause of the Black Lake Tower flooding has never been determined. Suspects range from an intoxicated indent to a faulty flow valve to a high-level corruption cover-up.
mal mocha. Fik min netio minifo.
Kimin var velge.
Minimum nicht zu kommunen.
You again. What does Poon want now? Oh, hang on. Who the fuck is Y Corp? They want you to appropriate an Ascent Group data vault. I don't do appropriations, pal. I'm pretty damn good, but that SI would nerf ride my ass before I even got past the outer ice layer. They have their own AGI? I'm not sure you understand, pal. Only the largest multicorps have their own AGIs, and you tell me your imp is fucking bonded with one? Let me see. Wow. That's some beautiful code. There's a cold elegance to AGI ware that us orgs can only dream of achieving. But then I don't get what you need me for. Their AGI can crack open a vault like a Ponto nut. Why don't you have it do that in the imprinting? Both. Y Corp have their own AGI, and yet they want to keep a low profile? Well, whatever. I can get you in all right, but seeing as this is a corporate job, I won't do it pro bono. Again, I gotta admit, I'm real curious about what's going on here. Might be worth helping out just to get some insight, and maybe even link to that AGI at some point. Okay. Let's just say you'll owe me for this one. I've revived my comm tag on your imp so we can stay in touch. Best get cracking, my friend. I'm gonna do a deep trawl for anything Y Corp related in the meantime. I wanna know who we're dealing with.
Harry, goodness. I said,
The video first. Bedouins.
Rising pollution levels.
Here. I can get the front door open for you, no problem, but the security system is more entangled than a Carlin nerve bundle. You're gonna have to cut through the ice and disable the whole thing locally. Or blow it up, I guess. Yeah, that would work too.
incalculable amounts of data is humbling. I would never want to be the algorithm having to sort through this deluge of information.
I've located the right data cluster, but not the exact vault. Again, you're gonna have to do that locally. Shouldn't be a problem with all that fancy imp software you got now. I'll keep an eye on things from here.
Incoming high-priority message from Kira.
Indent, the Ascender presence complicates the situation, but we still want you to proceed. Terminate all opposition with extreme prejudice. We will look into how they gained access.
Multi-capacitor HPM emitter. It can fry all binary systems in the area, myself included. You're mostly flesh, so you'll barely know it's a thing. Please destroy it.
Fanatic fucks get their hands on a Class 3 emitter. Someone must be using it for their own ends. Proceed to the vault.
Vault index for operations data. Operations data vault identified. I am unlocking the vault access hatch now. Such are my powers.
Well done, Indent. Now appropriate the vault itself. Jack into the vault SI, and our AGI will do the rest through your imp.
SI direct link established. AGI bond verified. Search. Initiating imprint procedure.
Knockhead here. I see other CGTs moving in on your position. The bastards are just cruising through now that we cleared the way. Better watch your six, pal.
Indent, if you lose that vault, I expect you to self-terminate on the spot and spare me the effort. Clear?
Low rank bounty detected. Act accordingly. SI imprinting done. Property appropriation process completed. Ownership now registered to Y Corp CIC 180403-4.
Excellent. We now own the vault. That should give us full access to the records. Now upload the full data package to the Y Corp desyncs.
Accessing vault data.
That data pack is gonna be crazy large, buddy, even with compression. Your imp doesn't have enough bandwidth for a remote transfer. I'll set up access through the Network Operations Center while the package is being compiled.
While we appreciate the assistance, Knobhead, you should be aware that we are monitoring your every action. Don't get any ideas.
Far be it for me to act on any ideas where there's a foreign involved. Just helping out my pal, as promised.
Good.
Enter NOC.
Hang on while I cut through the ice so that your Y-Corp friends can connect to the NOC. There, done.
We have access. Downloading the package now. The operations data has significant gaps, but our AGI was able to cross-reference it with the information we already had, and the findings are interesting. Our board will want to discuss them before deciding how to proceed. In the meantime, you passed the test. We reluctantly welcome you to our Property Appropriation Division. Be aware that you'll be operating in a whole different league going forward. This is a high-risk, high-reward profession, and we expect you to perform at the highest possible standard at all times. We have updated your IMP with your new rating as a CGT operative. Enjoy the insurance policy, and expect to hear from us again soon.
Incoming SSM request from Knockhead.
Good. I set up this channel to bypass the SAGI bonds so that snotty foreign can't listen in. See, I had a pilfering algorithm piggybacking on the transfer so that I could clone the data. Just a little something I've been working on for a while now. Thing is, she ain't telling you half of it. There's clues in there as to why the Ascent Group went under. Looks like they were pouring Ucreds into some secret mega project enough to buy a fucking planet. A lot of key personnel were being reassigned to that same project, and they also paid Onyx Void plenty of Ucreds for who knows what. Why the hell would Ascent Group do that? What were they working on, and why is Y-Corp so interested? AG were also planning a hostile takeover of Malor's Gel, but something went seriously wrong somewhere, and the Ascent Group AGI shut down. The whole corp went belly up, and here we are. Figured you should know, seeing as it's your ass on the line. Talk soon!